So I thought of this crazy story, and well, it's not kind of crazy. It's kind of bland, but I mean, I just woke up, so I felt like I needed to tell you this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get ready, and then I'll tell you. Woo! You see that transition right there? So everybody's name in this story has to be kept confidential because I don't need anybody coming for next. I mean, this was a very, very, very long time ago. 9 years to be exact, so it's not like, you know, we were smart. When I was 13 years old, I didn't really have the best brain, and neither did Broski, who we're gonna name Tony. Tony and I were really great friends in middle school, and in fact, I think we only had one class together, and that was like science. Whenever we were not at school, I was at his house, and we'd play games together, have fun, and just kick back and relax. So Tony was dating this girl back in middle school. Let's name her Katie. I had met Katie and I befriended her and she was cool, and Katie and Tony, whenever they were around me, it wasn't like they left me out on anything. But personally, I enjoyed their company. I enjoyed their presence and it was a vibe. So I remember one day I was spending the day at Tony's house and we were sitting down in his living room. And I remember we were discussing his relationship with this girl. I'm just gonna kind of like imitate this conversation a little bit. I might just be exaggerating. Just a smidge, my guy. I mean, just a smidge. So him and I are sitting down and we're talking about this relationship and I'm asking him basic questions like, yo, bro, like, how is she? Like, what do you guys do? So apart from that, he's answering honestly, you know, telling me about how great his relationship is. We're getting along. And then for some odd reason, my G, I ask this question. I ask bro, and I look him in the eye and I'm like, dog, does she ever send you nudes? Tony looks at me and he's like, yeah, she does. Personally, I'm looking at him and I'm like, dawg, you got it made like that, bro. You ballin', my G. Let's go. So Tony looks back at me and he's like, yeah, you know, like, if I really wanted to, I could text her right now and she would send me one. Obviously, to me, I'm looking at bro and I'm like, why you capping, my nigga? So 9 years ago, there was a messenger called Kik. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but if you are, you guys already know. My boy Tony pulls up the phone. So he texts Shawty, gets a little bit in the conversation, and we're just sitting there just talking around. And then he's all like, you dare me to ask? And I already know for a fact, bro. Again, like I said, I might be exaggerating when I say this, my G. But Tony might also come up to me later in the future and be like, bro, what you said here is bull. Hopefully the story isn't that fabricated, but I'm telling it how I remember it. So bro looks at me and he's like, yo, I'm gonna send this message. And I'm looking at bro like, do it. He sends the message asking his lady for, he asked for the noodles, bro. We're just sitting there talking and then bing, all of a sudden, this message pops up. The notification says Kik. My heart starts to race. I look at bro. He already knows what's about to go down. And he picks up his phone and he opens the message. And there it was. Katie had sent the noodle. Now, I don't know what exactly was going on with me in this specific moment, but I glanced over for 2 seconds, and I swear, bro, in those 2 seconds, I turned gay within the instant of a second, bro. I'm over here like, oh my God. I was 13 years old, bro. Like, I had never really seen a girl naked, unless, like, it was, like, something that dealt in health class. Tony's looking at me, and he's like, bro, are you good, bro? So for, like, the next hour, the thing that was indulged in my memory were her. So for like the next hour, I'm trying to cleanse my holy name with different images of the Bible, bro. I swear I felt so guilty within that moment that I didn't know what to do about it. It wasn't the fact that like I was disgusted. I was just so disgusted with myself, if that makes sense. I guess the interesting thing about this whole entire situation is more like, you know, be careful when you're sending things to other people, I guess. That stuff is really confidential. Yeah. Well, all that noodle talk earlier got me feeling like making noodles, so I think I'm gonna go do that.